As you guys know, Vitaly Zdorovetskiy is actually not being deported to the United States or Russia because both countries have refused to take him. Right now, the Philippine authorities are just waiting to deport Vitaly, and he'll be sent to another country soon, but what could actually happen to him next? And what consequences are waiting for Vitaly? We have a lot to cover today, and you'll hear some shocking things in this video, stuff you probably haven't seen or heard anywhere else. So, let's get into the video. Vitaly Zdorovetskiy is now in the final stage of deportation, with only one charge left against him, and don't be surprised if it gets dropped soon. The witness has already stepped down and refused to press charges, and many people are saying Vitaly paid them off with money. But the most concerning thing right now is that the president of the Philippines recently met with Donald Trump, and there are rumors that some kind of decision could be made regarding Vitaly's case. Bongbong Marcos, the president of the Philippines, is reportedly watching Vitaly's situation closely, so there's a chance they might try to make sure he gets deported to the United States after all. It could really happen. But what if Vitaly stays in the Philippines? What will happen then? Some people believe he might actually become a better person because of the lessons he's learned there.
They don't even know how much longer he will last. They are definitely starving him. They are not feeding him enough. He's not getting his roids. He has probably completely lost his mind. When Vitaly does eventually get out of this, he will be a completely different person. Like, you will not be able to tell the old Vitaly who was pulling these stupid stunts and laughing at the court officials while, you know, they were talking about his crimes.
It could also happen, just like this creator said, but it's not really guaranteed that Vitaly will become a better person. Even before he was put in jail, he said many times that he actually wanted to go to a Philippine jail because he knew that if he went to jail, he'd get millions of views. Vitaly said this himself, straight from his own mouth.
And I came out of jail, every video was hitting 1 million views. Whoa. Out of every negative situation, I get positive. So if I go to jail tonight, or today, or for how many days, because I'm ready, because my ass tight for a while now, I'm gonna fire it up.
So, I honestly believe a man like this will never really change. If Vitaly was going to become a better person, he could have done it a long time ago, because he's already been punished by so many countries. But even after facing all that punishment, Vitaly still hasn't learned his lesson, and that's why he's now facing consequences in the Philippines too.
Have you been in jail in other places?
Yeah.
How many other places have you been in jail at?
Brazil, Russia, America.
So when you find someone who is just facing jail, but never actually gets real consequences, then what will he do? He will never stop. And that's exactly what happened with Vitaly. He thinks he can spread all his stuff all over the world. What can these Asian countries or so-called third world countries do? Their laws are not as strong as America or Europe. That was actually his intention. Personally, I think the Philippines should punish him this time. Now, you might say I'm just sharing my personal opinion without any reason, but no, it's not just me. Even the people who knew Vitaly's real truth exposed him before. Just look at that video of a podcast where someone asked this girl a question, and what she exposed about Vitaly is honestly shocking. Just listen to it.
I discovered something about you. There's one individual who you've been with that I object to. His name is Vitaly.
It was the worst decision of my life.
Oh wait, you regret?
I hate him. He's terrible. He's such an obnoxious human being. I went to go make content with him at a college, not like OF content. We made like a video for like YouTube and stuff. Most obnoxious man I've ever met in my life.
Can you just imagine everyone who ever made content with Vitaly or worked with him probably regretting it now? They're asking themselves why they ever worked with a man like Vitaly. And maybe they even got hurt by him too. Everyone knows Vitaly is the kind of person who can't stay out of trouble, can't stop harming others. And you can see it in that girl's expression. She looks disgusted just hearing Vitaly's name again.
Like, I'm a content creator. I knew how things were supposed to go. And yes, I made an video with him. It was the worst thing I've ever done in my life. I wish I could take it back. I wish I could just delete him from my whole brain. And I felt so disgusted. I was like, this man is like, doesn't belong here. Like, he needs to go back to wherever he came from.
I think all the curses and all the shady things he's done have finally come back to him in the Philippines. And why wouldn't they? When so many people have been personally hurt or harmed by Vitaly in one way or another, of course people are going to wish bad things on him. And it's not just random people. Didn't know, even Vitaly's own wife cut ties with him because of his behavior. Vitaly himself has admitted this too.
A lot of people think I just went through my arrest in 2020, but they really don't know what I went through in 2020. So
what exactly happened after the arrest?
I lost the love of my life. I chose Kinsey. I chose money over love. She says you're going to be rich and miserable. And that's exactly what I was. And after that, I got arrested. Everybody knows for what. something that I'll regret for the rest of my life.
So it's not just his wife who's gone from his life. If tomorrow you hear that his mother is separating herself from him too, don't be shocked. Right now, Vitaly's mom is in a really terrible situation. She even uploaded a video on Instagram where she looked like she was crying. The reason is that she lost a lot of money by putting it into crypto, which she reportedly gave to lawyers in the Philippines. And then she got scammed.
I need help.
Apparently his mom got scammed for trying to pay for his legal fees. So according to his mom, she sent crypto to someone claiming to be his lawyer because nothing says legitimate legal transaction like sending crypto to a random wallet address.
But if you ask me personally whether what Vitaly's mom is doing is right or not, honestly, what else can she do? Vitaly is her only son. She can't really do anything if he ends up in prison. And it's not just my opinion. If you remember, Vitaly's cameraman once said that Vitaly's mom has always done everything for him and always worried about him, no matter what.
His mom is always like fighting because his mom always looks, she looks out the best for him. You know what I'm saying? So she looks out for her son. And when she says like, don't do this, don't do that, it's like, you know, she's also watching out for Vitaly's finances. And
So what Vitaly's mom is doing right now and what she did before all comes from her intention as a mother. She's just trying to help her only son, no matter what he did. And all of this was just to reach one goal, to get Vitaly out of that Philippine jail. Even before this, as you know, the Philippine authorities denied Vitaly both bail and a pardon, even though he begged them for it. At the same time, Russia completely refused to take Vitaly back anymore. Even before all this, Legal Mindset was already talking about this issue and showing concern.
Vitaly begging for bail, begging to be released from jail, begging to be let out. That was denied. That was turned down. And indeed, we had, following up along with that, news that both Russia and the United States do not want to accept him for deportation. Russia explicitly coming out and saying, do not pull a Vitaly, condemning his actions, telling Russian citizens, Russian nationals not to behave like Vitaly, very much strongly coming out against Vitaly, whereas the U.S. saying, look, simply, we're not going to take this guy. So his hope was cut off for deportation.
So, as you probably heard from Legal Mindset, both Russia and the United States had already said before that they wouldn't take Vitaly back. But right now, the picture is starting to look a bit different because there's talk that maybe some kind of exchange deal is happening with the Philippine authorities. Yes, allegedly, the Philippines is now trying to deport Vitaly to the United States. And if you look at that video of Philippine President Bongbong Marcos meeting with US President Donald Trump, you can see they're working together diplomatically. If Bongbong Marcos brings up Vitaly's case and talks to the American president about it, something could definitely happen. Plus, we all know Vitaly is one of the biggest MAGA supporters, so if Trump notices this situation, he might not hold back. He could help get Vitaly back into the United States again. But here's the twist. Top leaders and secretaries in the Philippine government could still push back and protest, saying they don't want to let Vitaly escape that easily. But if enough money talks behind the scenes, they could also just stay silent and let it happen. So right now, it really looks like Vitaly might slip out and end up back in the US soon. What do you think about that? Let me know your opinion.